everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Natasha and today it's all about the humble potato. Today I'm going to show you how to make the crispiest roasted potato at your home. So for this we are going to need some potatoes and a few other ingredients that I'm going to show you later on. It requires just a bit of technique, not too complicated. Let's get started and I'll explain you the process. So let's go. So to make this amazingly crispy potatoes, we are going to need the following. We are going to need about 1 kilo of small potatoes, small medium potatoes, unpeeled. If you would like to peel them, it's up to you, but I'm using them unpeeled. So it's 1 kilo of medium small potatoes. We are going to need 15 ml of vegetable oil or sunflower oil. We are going to need about 3-4 grams of salt. As well, I've put here some pepper and I've put hot paprika. It's up to you if you'd like to use hot paprika or just regular paprika. I like them quite spicy, so I'm using the hot one. And as well, we are going to need about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic. So let's start with the potatoes. So for this, I'm going to cut them in halves. So let's do just like this. And the technique that I was telling you about earlier, it's actually before putting the potatoes in the oven, we have to boil them a bit. So I'm going to put them in a pan with water and I'm going to boil them about 10 minutes. So just like this, cut them in half and put them in a pan with water. Okay. For this recipe as well, I'm using garlic because it gives a nice taste and amazing smell as well. Yeah, but you can skip the garlic and you can use something else. You can use fresh herbs at the end. Okay, so just like this, not too fussy, just cut them in half. By the way, before putting them to boil, make sure that your potatoes are cleaned perfectly. Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm soaking them a bit in the water, and after I'm using a clean sponge and I'm removing all the dirt. So after I've cut the potatoes, I'm putting them to boil in a pan for about 10 minutes. While our potatoes are boiling on the stove, I'm going to get ready with our garlic. So I have here 8 cloves of garlic, actually it's 7. You can use more or you can use less, but this is more or less the perfect amount for myself. So about garlic there is not an opinion. Everyone loves more or everyone loves less. Yes, so in order to prepare the garlic, I'm going to crush it just like this. Yeah. Okay. What I love about garlic and potatoes is that garlic enhances the flavors and the oil that it's fried in gives this crispiness to the potatoes. Okay, so after I crushed the garlic, I'm just going to slice it just like this, very carefully. Yeah, so you are looking for a very fine pieces of garlic. To release all the flavor from the garlic. Make sure that you are using kitchen knife. Big kitchen knife. I'm going to leave for you a link in the description to this video, the set of knives that I'm using, and I absolutely love them. Yeah, so just like this, it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just that it has to be very finely chopped. Yeah, so after we finish this, so we have a few here. We're removing. We are putting this in a pan. Our 50 ml of oil, vegetable oil. I'm using the sunflower oil. Okay. And I'm going to put our garlic just here. Okay. Make sure that you scrub all the bits from your chopping board. And we are going to put on a medium heat and just to release the flavor from the garlic into this oil. So let's get to the stove and I'll show you the process. Okay, so we are putting our oil and our garlic finely chopped on the stove, medium to low heat. Why it's so important the heat in this case? Because we want more to infuse the oil with garlic rather than burning it. So I've put on the low heat and I'm just infusing this oil with this garlic. So this is the color of the garlic that we are looking for. Now we are removing from the heat and we are setting it aside while our potatoes are still boiling. Okay, so here are our potatoes. They are boiling, so it's about 2 to 3 minutes more to boil. Okay, so after 10 minutes of boiling the potatoes in the water, I remove them, I strain them, and I'm going to put them in a baking tray. Meanwhile, I'm going to set up my oven at 180 degrees Celsius and to warm it up to be ready for when the potatoes are going to be ready. So now I'm going to put the salt, hot paprika and pepper. You can add regular paprika if you'd like, or some chili flakes. It's entirely up to you. And now I'm going to add my oil, my garlic oil. Okay, just like this. With a strainer, I'm going to remove all the oil from the pan. Just like this. Be careful not to have any bits of garlic, because if the garlic burns, it gives a very bitter taste to the potatoes. So just like this. You can use a bigger strainer. I'm using this small one. Okay, and now what we are going to do, we are going to nicely coat the potatoes in this oil. Very important for the potatoes to be coated, because we are putting it on a tray, and like this we are going to have the oil on the bottom of the tray as well. If you'd like, you can use baking paper, but I'm using without because it has more crispiness to it. So make sure that all the potatoes are coated with oil, salt, pepper and paprika. So normally this is for like a lunch for two. If you'd like a bigger batch, you can use more potatoes. And I'm using about 50 mils of oil for 1 kilo of potatoes. So if you're using 1.5 kilos, it's about 70-80 grams of oil, vegetable oil. Okay, just like this. So make sure that the potatoes are coated completely with this garlic infused oil. Before putting them in the oven, I'm trying to put them with these parts down to have the crispy part started from the beginning. So just like this, I'm going to put it in the oven now for about 50 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. Okay, so here they go in the oven for 50 minutes, and in the middle I'm going to turn them around. So after about 25 minutes I'm going to turn them around to have them crispy on all sides. So after about 30 minutes in the oven, we are going to take our potatoes. Be very careful because it's very hot, and we are going to turn them around to have them crispy on all the sides. Even though you are not going to turn them around, you are still going. So look at this crispiness that we are having. So we make sure that we are turning them around. Pay attention and be very careful because it's very hot. Okay, so I just removed the potatoes from the oven and they are crispy, they are amazing, and I can't wait to taste them. Here how they look. I'm going to cut one. Just listen to this like crispy noise. So this is how they are inside. They're very soft and they have this crispy skin outside. As well, I prepared some freshly chopped garlic. I'm just going to put it on top, and while they're hot, they're going to absorb the taste of garlic. I didn't use the garlic from the beginning because I really like the taste of garlic in food, especially now with the colds and flus and so on. So this is enhancing the flavor of the potatoes. So I'm just mixing them, giving them a good mix, just like this. You can use fresh herbs if you'd like, but I do prefer to put like extra garlic. So this was my recipe of how to make the crispiest potatoes in the oven. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any comments or any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be the first one to see my videos, and don't forget as well to check here the video how to make the fluffy Japanese pancakes for breakfast, and here you can see the video of how to make the healthy 3-ingredient oatmeal cookies that you can use them for breakfast or for a snack. Thank you very much and enjoy your potatoes.